Now, Josh, you had mentioned that there is some depth in the college arms, and my question for you here regarding this, and especially the pitching side, do you expect the presence of Brian Bannister in the organization to affect Mike Shirley's draft approach? We have 3 full years of Shirley. I guess we have 4. We have 2020, which is the short year, so we'll kind of count that as maybe a half draft, and then 21 through 23, where we've seen Mike Shirley's drafts. Do you think there's going to be an effect here because now they've got Bannister in place? They feel like they're putting a pitching program in place here.
Excellent question. I don't know the answer yet until we ask directly to Mike Shirley. What conversations have you had with Brian Bannister in identifying pitchers in this draft class? We may get an answer of, Brian's so busy with the pitchers that we already have in the farm system that I keep tabs with him. If he sees someone that's pretty interesting, we'll go and scout them for sure. But most of this work is based on what we are trying to do and identify pitchers with higher ceilings that we have seen, especially college pitchers, maybe some mechanical tweaks that we could work with them to gain more velocity, gain more spin. So we're trying to find upside so we could hand this pitcher off to Brian and he and his team can mold him into a major league starter. That's how this works. Now, I'm going to say I'm 80% there on what Mike Shirley would actually say in a press conference.
Regardless, it is interesting. I mean, there are 2 different things, right? You're when you're selecting, you're really like looking very far forward, and a lot of what Brian Bannister is doing is here and now type stuff. And so it made me wonder how this kind of works.
Yeah, I think like with the first round pick, if Bannister was in the room and if this was a month ago, I would have been raving about Arkansas left-handed pitcher Hagen Smith and Wake Forest righty Chase Burns. That's where I could see Shirley sending some film over to Bannister and asking, what do you think of these two? And I would love to figure out Bannister's perspective on those two, because those are the 2 best pitchers in this draft class, and they had excellent seasons this year, and they would have been ranked very high in last year's very talented draft class as well. But it's an excellent question. I don't have a definitive answer until Mike Shirley comes up to the podium or the Zoom call, and we get those answers. But that is something that's on a lot of people's mind, especially within the White Sox beat, and hopefully we get a definitive answer for you, Beef, soon. But right now I'm going to say they're 2 separate teams right now.